friendly microorganisms or bacteria which needs by the body. Okay, it will kill only the harmful microorganism which causes diseases to our body. We all know that food preservatives are nothing but additives which has been added to the food to keep the food for the longer time and also to enhance their shelf life. Transfusers are those drugs are given to the patients who are having the mental stress and the mental illness. Hello my dear students, a warm welcome you all. Myself is Purnima, lecturer in Department of Chemistry at Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, welcome back to the last revision class for the Unit 16 Chemistry in our everyday life. Before going to discuss with this unit, let's see the weightage of this unit. Since we all know that this is a smallest unit in your organic chemistry which carries 5 marks and we can expect only 1 mark question and 2 mark question. And the question numbers are question number 15 from the part A, question number 24 and 25 from the part B. We can expect from this unit and we can expect only the 5 marks from the organic chemistry last unit chemistry in our everyday life. Let's see with the what are the 1 mark question which will be frequently asked in the part A, and we are also going to discuss with the 2 mark questions. Okay, let's see with the 1 mark question directly. The first question will be goes like this: define the term chemotherapy. We know that chemotherapy is a treatment which has been given to the patient and chemically we are inducing the drugs to that patient. Thereby, if any harmful microorganism which is present in that patient body, it will be completely get destroyed. Okay, but the friendly microorganism which is present in our body, it will not get disturbed. Such therapy we call it as what? Chemotherapy. So what is chemotherapy? Chemotherapy means the treatment of the diseases by the chemicals that have a specific effect upon the diseases causing microorganism without harming the friendly microorganisms or bacteria which needs by the body. Okay, it will kill only the harmful microorganism which causes diseases to our body. By means of chemicals, we are treating the microorganisms, hence it is known as what? Chemotherapy. Okay. Next question, what is mean by the term broad spectrum antibiotic? So we know that in the unit 16 chemistry in everyday life, there are 3 parts will be there. In a part A, you are going to study only about the drugs. Similarly, in a part B, you are going to study only about the food preservatives and their types. Coming into the part C, you are going to study more about the detergents and the soaps. Okay. So, coming into the part A, you are going to study about what is the drugs, what are the types of drugs, what are the antibiotics, and also the types of drugs we are going to study in detail. Coming into the antibiotics, there are 2 types of the antibiotics will be there. One is broad spectrum antibiotics and narrow spectrum antibiotics. This broad spectrum antibiotics will be given to the patient where this antibiotic which kills the microorganism in a broad way. Whereas the narrow spectrum antibiotics, it goes and kills to the specific microorganism which causes the diseases to the body. Hence, it is named as a broad and a narrow spectrum antibiotics. And this question can also be asked with the 2 marks to write the what are antibiotics and its types. Okay, or they can ask you to write the types of antibiotics given example. So this can be also expect with a 2 mark. Then what are broad spectrum antibiotic? Broad spectrum antibiotics are the drugs which are effective against the large number of harmful microorganisms causing diseases. Okay. Next, what are the main constraints of the Dettol? It is very, very important to know about the main constraints of the Dettol. So, the main constraints of the antiseptic Dettol are chloroxynol and terpinol. Chloroxynol and terpinol are the main constants of the Dettol. Next question, what is a drug? A low molecular weight substances which can interact with a large number of molecular mass target, it is said to be drug. Okay. Next, last question, give an example for antipyretic drug. So, example is paracetamol and aspirin. Like this, they can ask you with a direct question, they can ask you with the types, and also they can ask you with an example. Especially with the drugs, we can expect the one mark question. Okay, because from the part B and part C, we can expect, that is from food preservative as well as from the part D, the soaps and detergent, we can expect the 2 mark question. That is why most of the 1 mark question is mainly based upon the drugs. So, we should be very cautious with the drugs and its types and also with the examples. Okay. Next, we'll see only with the 2 mark questions. Okay. What are food preservative? Give an example. We all know that food preservatives are nothing but additives which has been added to the food to keep the food for the longer time and also to enhance their shelf life. Correct, no? We'll see with a few examples. We know that sweetening agent will be added and also food preservatives such as oil, salt, sugar can also be added and antioxidant can be added. So, there are many examples will be there. We'll see with the writing of answers now. The food preservatives are the food additives are the substances which are added to the food to preserve its flavor and to improve the taste as well as with the appearance. Why the food preservative will be added? So, food preservatives, which is also known as what? Additives, okay, which has been added to the food just to improve the or to maintain the food taste, appearance and also to improve their shelf life and also to keep their flavor. Example, artificial sweetening agents such as aspartame and allantoin and also with the sucralose can be added as a sweetening agent, and the food preservatives such as the salt, sugar and the sodium benzoate can be added. Okay, these are the types of food preservative that can be frequently added to the food to maintain the taste, appearance and also to improve the shelf life. Next question, what are antioxidant? Give an example. So, again, the antioxidants are nothing but a food preservative which has been added to the food to avoid the oxidation of the food with a. The substances which is added to the food to prevent the oxidation of the food material. Example, butyrated hydroxytoluene, that is BHT, and butylated hydroxyanisole, that is BHA. So, these two are used as an antioxidant because most of the food when we keep it outside, it can react with the atmospheric air, thereby it undergo easy oxidation. To avoid such oxidation of the foods, most of the food will be mixed with an antioxidant. It keeps that food not to react with the atmospheric oxygen, thereby it does not undergo oxidation process. We can keep that food for the longer time. This is only the reason behind that antioxidant preservation. Next, we have what are anti-fertility drugs? Give an example. The chemical substances that used to prevent the conceptions or the fertilization are called as anti-fertility drugs. So, we know that fertility drugs are those which has been given to the patient to undergo consumption process. But anti-fertility drugs will also given to the patient who don't want to take the consumptions. Okay, they are said to be anti-fertility drugs. The chemical substances that used to prevent the consumptions, okay, or with the fertilization of the egg with the sperm. Examples are norethindrone and ethylnosterol or novistrol, you can say. So, easy way you can remember with the novistrol, which is an anti-fertility drug. Remember, this anti-fertility drug can also be asked in a 1 mark with writing with the example. So, for writing the definition with the correct example, you'll get a 2 mark. Next question, what are transpecies? Give an example. We know that human body can be very much sensitive towards the allergic infections. Okay, so these are the transfusers. The transfusers are those drugs are given to the patients who are having the mental stress and a mental illness. Okay, that is said to be transfusers. These are the kinds of drugs which has been given to the patients who is having the mental illness or the mental stress. Okay, so treatment for the stress, mild and severe mental diseases. Example, derivatives of barbituric acids like vernol, ametol and nambutol and luminol and sexinol are the examples for the transfusers. Remember, the transfusers are those drugs which are given to the patients who are having the mental stress and the severe mental diseases. Okay, writing with the correct definition with the one examples, you'll get a easy 2 marks. Coming into the anionic detergents, give an example. Remember, in the 2 marks, I have listed out the different kinds of question. One, it is based upon the drugs, maybe anti-fertility drug, transfusers, or with the types of drugs I have discussed. Okay, coming into the food preservative, I have discussed with the antibiotics as well as with the types of food preservation and the preservative example. Coming into the detergent part, it is very much important to know about the types of detergents. One is anionic detergents and the one is cationic detergent. Anyone can be asked to write with the definition with an equation. Okay, so most of the time, they have asked you to write with the anionic detergents. So be cautious with the 2 types of the detergents which will be frequently asked with a 2 mark. Okay, so anionic detergents are the sodium salts of sulfonated lengthy chain alcohols or hydrocarbon. Alkyl hydrogen sulfates created by treating with the lengthy chain alcohols with the concentrated sulfuric acids are neutralized with the alkali to form an anionic detergents. So we are taking what? We are taking the lengthy chain of alcohol. We have taken the example of N-lauryl alcohol. Okay, CH3 2 times with CH2 10 times CH2OH. You can see that there are 10 alcohol CH2 group will be there. So it is a N-lauryl alcohol which is allowed to treat it with a concentrated ester sulfur to form a L-lauryl hydrogen sulfide, which is upon further treatment with the base, you get a anionic detergent. This is a anionic part which has been formed and the name of that compound is sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, like this, from the detergent part and also from the food preservative part and also from the types of drugs, we can expect the question. So you can list out the questions as I have listed now. Okay, so be cautious with writing with the answers in your final board exams. Okay, by this unit I have completed all the units with the revision classes. Please go through with the unit wise revision with the important question and try to work it hard. So while writing with the organic chemistry, be cautious with the balancing. Okay, so hope you'll understood with all the revision classes of the second PUC chemistry. Be cautious with writing with the organic chemistry. Have a nice time. Thank you.